来了，快点来了，你包上的，快点来了，快点来了。
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mahir again. It's me, Mahir again. It's been a long time since I last made the last video. It was sometime around last year, actually. So, just here to give a brief kind of, not really discussion, because it can definitely, there can definitely be time to discuss it more, and for people to, especially for groups who are organizing and being actively involved, to discuss about the issue. Just wanted to kind of, talk about how this community here, where I'm at right now, it's actually it's like literally like border by border. It's like Chinatown. It's like literally right around here. And Lower East Side is the current neighborhood right here. I mean, the noise that you're hearing is actually coming from the bakery. But the main thing is actually that what I'm about to show you is like how in this community, it's like it's so next to each other. Chinatown, Lower East Side, they're so next to each other. Sometimes, when people, when the impacts of like gentrification and displacement, like when people talk about that, they often don't bring up how, when you have one community so next to the other community. Here, it's like if Knickerbocker gets privatized, if the displacement goes on to affect one neighborhood, which is Knickerbocker Village, it's gonna impact Smith houses. It's gonna impact all the, this is what's left of the part of the working class in Chinatown, in this community itself. And I'm right now between Henry Street and Catherine Street. So in this specific community, it's like, there still is like hope in the sense that, well, there is a lot of small businesses around. There still is a community around. But in the same time, what you also see is what I'm about to show you, more and more development. So you can see like that tower that's being built. I'm kind of getting close to that. I just came back from I had like a Jumu'ah afternoon prayer. So that's like today's a Friday, so it's like the holy day, usually for us Muslims. I went to a different masjid this time. It's a masjid Manhattan. So I'm actually gonna it's things are happening so quick. I didn't get a chance to make video off of that, but I have photos and stuff that if you guys check my Facebook page, which is just my first name, last name, based on my channel. And kind of like my last name is repeated another time, a little typo over there, but you find the photos from like my visit to, this is a new masjid, more in Wall Street. It's kind of closer in that neighborhood. So as I'm walking around here in Henry Street, I mean, you could see how you still have the laundromat here. You still have more of like the neighborhood of that's left, and that's still kind of trying to survive and continue, and of course the Freedom Tower on the background. And this parking lot over here is actually right now, I mean, for the past like decade or so, it's been the only parking lot in this local neighborhood. In this local neighborhood, everything, like people, there's a lot of concentration of like vehicles and like people's cars and everything kind of just being concentrated in this one parking lot. But back in the 80s and prior, it used to be actually another parking lot, which I'm about to show you as well. It's a little further in this block. So this is the development that's being built. And I had done a previous video explaining about this new development that's happening in right near 59 Henry Street. And the fact that it's so, like, what I was thinking and why I wanted to make kind of an inspiration for behind making this video is that I was in not that long ago, I was actually in Bangladesh with my family, and we were visiting there. You spend like a good 2 weeks, 3 weeks over there. Over there is kind of like when we talk about like, there's also like urbanization. There's also a lot of buildings being built, especially in the more like urban areas in Dhaka and different cities in Bangladesh. But the situation there is that it's kind of limited. Like in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, you see, it's happening a lot, clearly because it's a mega city like New York. But the sort of character of a community, the character of neighborhoods, still get maintained. So like in Dhaka, you have the different parts of the city that's more like privileged and has a lot of downtown life, and you know, we have different names for it because the different neighborhoods that are sort of in the outskirts, are more near the river. So those parts are like, they're already very urbanized, and like they have, you know, you have displacement going on and gentrification going on there, but it's limited to just that neighborhood. While like other parts of Dhaka, it's like kind of it's kept its originality, it's kept its culture, it's kept this kind of identity. But then in the same time, there's also, you know, down effects of that, in terms of how old Dhaka is so unsustainable. I mean, it's like you can't even cross the street from one side to the other street. It's so crowded, you know. So I mean, that's one aspect of that. But yeah, this tower is, I mean, it's got a lot bigger since the last video that I showed you. I really got to be updating my channel more, and you know, including future videos and especially future like links and social media links. It's really just, you know, each video that I've done so far on my channel has really been myself doing it, and you know, just important to include a team in it, you know. And so it's like, it's not new. Like in this local neighborhood, it's like, it really isn't new in terms of the development. We see it right here in like 59 Henry Street. So this was built back in the late 80s, and it's sort of like, it kind of talks to like the future of like this local part where it's like in between Chinatown and the Lower East Side. What's going to be the future going down, you know, where, you know, younger people, are we going to feel a need to continue, you know, contributing and continue trying to, you know, do what we can in this neighborhood, or are we just going to move out and just, you know, sort of, you know, hand it over to the elders, hand it over to others to take care of. So it's a really important video. I'll come back with more. Thank you. Hope you all have a good time.